start this off in a way I never start these off. I'm going to read an Instagram post. And I'm going to read a Reggie Cannon Instagram post from August 11th. Change. It's coming. Within me, within this team, within the fan base, and within this club. It's now or never, and we are ready for whatever comes our way. Love this team and happy to get my first goal of the season after the Minnesota United game. Ready for the next challenge. Hashtag, it starts now. What motivated you to write that?
Honestly, I could feel change coming, and especially within me. At the beginning of the season, I kind of struggled with finding my balance. Coming back from national team in and out of that rotation, and with Greg's tactics and with Lucci's tactics, I found it kind of difficult to kind of settle in with the team. And I think that, especially within me from a personal standpoint, that this is the moment of the season where I'm just having fun and I'm starting to, really kind of dig down deep and find that passion, that fire that I feel like I had at the beginning of last year, when I first had those minutes, because it's easy when you have everything in front of you, but when you've already hit them with the coup de grace and everything, it's kind of tough to keep challenging yourself. And I think that's something that Lucci has really pushed me through this season.
What needs to happen to ensure this team gets into the postseason and is playoff ready?
I think the most important thing is to not give up. Things are going to go wrong. Before the game against Montreal, everyone was ready to play, but unfortunately those errors happened. And so the important thing was to not give up. I pulled everyone in after that second goal because everyone makes mistakes. I told everyone, I looked Jesus in the eyes, I looked Matt in the eyes. It's okay, we're going to make mistakes. That's part of the game. It's about how you respond to them.
Is this that change you're talking about?
This is that change I'm talking about. It's that fire and that energy that you can sense within everyone, including the fan base. Everyone just feels more fired up for now, because now it's go time. Now it's it's the important moment where you're supposed to just dig down deep and get it done. And I think that's honestly the most important thing right now.
Another national team call up, getting this opportunity on the biggest stage in soccer for the United States men. Right. What does that mean for you?
I think a lot of people can tell what it means for me. When I sing that national anthem, it's one of the most, it's one of the biggest moments of my life. Being able to represent my country and, coming into Gold Cup, honestly, those expectations that surrounded me, I was the last man into camp. I wasn't originally called in, but honestly, with my mind, I just put that aside and said, I'm here because I deserve it, and I was on my toes and I was ready. I've been playing well, and I'm just gonna have fun. And ultimately, that gave me an opportunity to play in the biggest game I've played in my career, against Mexico in a final and Jamaica in a semifinal.
And you played well against Mexico. You played great.
I did, and it felt so good to be free. It's crazy, the most free I felt when playing soccer was in the most pressuring game of my life. There was so much surrounding that game and so many fans. I felt free doing it, and it was just, I was having fun.
Do you feel like you've evolved into not necessarily an old guy, but more of a veteran voice, a veteran leader in the room?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've evolved into that leader on the team, even though I'm 21, whatever. In 2017, playing 1 minute and one game when you have been working your tail off to get even just a look from Oscar or a look from the coaches. And that was one of the hardest years of my life, and people don't quite understand what that takes away from you, because food doesn't taste the same. You don't sleep well. The game starts to control you. You start to not have fun with the game. I think everyone kind of has a different path in that area, but I think for me, I can be a voice for those young guys when they're kind of struggling to go through those moments that are so tough.
You alluded to the national team opportunity that you had, but how much did that compound learning Lucci's new system as the FC Dallas first team head coach?
Yeah. So it was one of the biggest challenges I faced with Greg. Biggest challenges, because that's why I didn't play, because I couldn't get the concepts down of being in that sixth spot. As a fullback, it feels odd to me. And that's where I learned from Nick Lima at camp, where he was great at it. He was great at it. And that's where I took everything I learned from him and kind of instilled it into my game with FC Dallas. And it's helped so much this year, being more involved in the middle of the field, because it gives you more opportunities, it gives you more worth, more value, more creations, more stuff like that, more dribble opportunities. And so that's why I think that camp where I didn't play a single minute, that was vital to me coming into this year, because it helps me with Lucci's tactics, where the fullback can come inside, he can pull right, he has more freedom, a lot more freedom than last year. So I think that's why January camp, it was meant for me to get called up, because now I have a different sense of the fullback in that position.